Before I begin, I want to tell you that I'm not a psychiatrist or I'm not a psychologist. I'm not even a mental health expert. But let me tell you what I am. I'm a combat veteran. I'm an old carpenter that once a very long time ago, I was a door gunner on a helicopter. And I'm also a man that's been alone with his thoughts many times. This is my story. This is my journey. Thank you for letting me share it with you.
By talking about about PTSD, it's the hardest thing for a young veteran to do. It's hard to explain. It's hard to talk about it, especially to family and friends. Hasn't been there. That's why when I was getting out, when I got out, I felt alone. I felt that. And I know some of these guys, some of these young veterans too feel the same way. They're looking for the way to speak out, the way somebody to understand, and the bridging the gap of the wars. I think that's the most crucial thing. The young veterans understand to just go out and talk to those veterans who've been there before, and vice versa, the old veterans to meet young veterans and mentor them and explain to them they're not by themselves, because it does get to a point that it feels like life just abandoned you, and that's a difficult thing to feel.
One time we were on a combat assault, and Jerry Clapp, a friend of mine, was called to do an emergency rescue, and he had to go into a hellhole. And a hellhole is when the grunts on the ground literally cut down 3 or 4 trees, just enough for the helicopter to hover down into the hole and pick up whatever it is they might need, whether it be a medevac or resupply or a casualty, pick them up and then go back up. Now, the helicopter has to go very slow down into the hole, and once you're down there, you're very vulnerable to fire above the rotor blades. And that's exactly what happened with Jerry, is they started receiving fire from a mountain adjacent to the hellhole, and Jerry couldn't return fire. And his gunner, his name was Warren Lively, took a round through the neck, out the cavity, and out the back side of his chest. And Jerry went to check on Lively, and the only medical training we have is compresses. So Jerry took the compresses on the entrance wound and the exit wound, and he held tight and tried to save Lively's life. About halfway back up the hellhole, we heard the pilot say receiving fire from 9 o'clock, which means that the ship was taking small arms fire from approximately 9 o'clock, and that Jerry could return fire and protect the ship. Now at that very second, my friend Jerry had to make a decision whether he left Lively to die and to protect the ship, or he stayed with Lively and left the ship in danger. Well, Jerry left Lively and went and returned fire, and the ship actually got out of there okay after that. When this was over, I went back to the compound at Anke, and I found Jerry. And I walked into the hooch and said, "Where's Jerry? Where's Jerry?" And they said, "He's in the shower." And I went and found Jerry, and he was in the shower. He was leaning against the shower wall, and the shower was just running on top of him. And I said, "Jerry, are you all right?" And he said, "Yeah, Jim, I'm okay." He goes, "But it won't come off." And he was talking about Warren Lively's blood, that it wouldn't come off. Now, Jerry went home, and he died when he was about 40 years old. And nobody could tell, nobody knows why he died. And I really know that he actually died in Vietnam. And so,
My belief is, as a veteran, it's our core value to help other veterans, their situations. And seeing PTSD presentation with Jim, and it made me cry. It made me cry because I was there. I wish more young veterans would see this, especially the ones going to school, to realize there's other veterans are going through this. Maybe you're not feeling it at the time, but it doesn't hurt to meet other veterans like the Vietnam veterans. I get a lot of respect to those gentlemen and ladies who serve, and they're the ones who comfort me, talked to me, and brought me made me understand who I was, more as a man, as a father, and purpose in life. More young veterans need to seek that kind of support, because the veterans of the Vietnam era, they went through this. They went through this. And I respect Jim and everybody else who's there to help veterans out.